Hey, so welcome back. Next installment of the wire braiding machine. I told you yesterday I need to find a little pulley. Dug that one up. Tooth belt drive goes good on there. Unfortunately, it's got an 8mm internal shaft, and this one's 1/4 inch. So what I'm going to do is pad it out a little bit with some Heineken can. I'm just going to wrap this around and get it nice and into shape, and then we'll see how much we need to jam in there. I suspect I'm going to need more than this because I'm building up about 1mm, which is probably going to need about 10 layers of this. It might be getting there. Hey, it's actually rolling up a bit better than I expected. I'll do that. That'll curl it up a bit more. And let's see, try not to slice my finger off with this. It's a bit sharp. But, let's see how I can wind that up tight. This screwdriver's about the same diameter as the shaft on the motor. So I'm hoping that I can get a good fit on there. I got a feeling though that that's not going to be enough. Ideally, I like to get the long nose pliers into there to tighten it up in the middle. Let's give that a try. So I've got this here. I've got the long nose pliers now, so I'll see if I can just grab that and torque it up. It's a little bit like a clock spring at the moment. If I let go, it's just going to go everywhere on me. There we go. So, there. I'm winding it up. Hopefully, that's taking us down to about 8mm. Yeah. Not quite. Smidge more. I think it unwound a bit then. You know, might not need that much. Might not need that much at all. We'll see. It is very taut. You can almost say wound up like a clock spring. Now, I'm tempted not to try and remove any of this because I'm betting it's going to be undersized by the time I squeeze it all together. You may remember I did something similar on the shaft for the key cutting machine and then jammed it on and had it come off. There we go. So let's whack that in. There you go. So that's in there now. Gonna get the Allen key into it. Need a little 1.5, I think, for this, or do I need a 2? No, I need a 2mm. These are great, cheap too. There we go, unscrew that and that. And let's have a look at what does it look like in terms of, I think, oh, no, well, actually, it's probably told me how much I need to remove. I probably need to remove a couple of turns, I'd say. So I'm going to get an 8mm drill bit to push that out, and then we'll cut a little bit off. Go from this end, maybe 7.5. There we go, sprung it out. Alright, I'll start with cutting a little bit off the outside. About 1 turn, I'd say. Of the outside. I'm wondering whether we should. Actually, that's interesting. I can actually get that quite tight onto that shaft like that just by twisting it, because I can get it to bite onto the flat that's on there. And look at that. There we go. So, yeah, have a look at this. Don't know how, if the camera focuses, but that's that one layer did the trick. I think that's going to be central enough on there. Yeah, so let's actually, I'm not sure, let me have a look. Yeah, you can see that quite good what we've got. If I get the hand-eye coordination right. There. Okay. So back to me. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I will tension it around to here and drive that grub screw in onto that flat that's on there. And looking at it now, I probably shouldn't have cut that much foil off, because that's still got a little bit of play in it there, so maybe it would have been tighter, but I think that'll work. Actually, I'm going to do one. I'm going to remove these, because that foil wasn't the full width of the pulley, so I just want to make sure that it's, I don't want to hit that drill bit. There we go. Excuse me abusing the tools, but there. I just wanted to make sure that we actually had engagement all the way to the bottom with the with that shim to get it to work. Yeah, there we go. That should be tight on there. So what I will do is loosen off this screw that I've got in here on the side. Lets me slack off the motor. Put that on there. Now this has to, which way does it have to? This is going to move this way, so it's going to be pulling it this way. So I'm going to turn this over on this side so that the more tension it puts. Yeah, let's try it there. So about there. And alright. Now, tip this off the edge here. Get the bench power supply from over here. Let me see if we can get this to work. Sorry, got a bit of junk happening over here. That's not on. Okay. Plug that in here. Let's see, what are we going to set at? About 5 volts right now. I'll turn that down. And I'm not actually, just to play it safe, what I'm going to do is loosen off the belt. Just so that we can check which way we want it to go, because we want it to go this way, I think it was. So clockwise, looking at the top of it. That's the wrong way, okay, so okay, that's that way. Okay. Always pays to check these things. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to turn that down to 0. alligator clips connected. Alright. Alright. Look at that, the tooth belt is not happy. Okay. So, probably got to do something. It's almost looking like, for some reason, these are not meshing properly. Alright. Let's crank the motor in a bit more. I'm almost tempted. I don't have a Stilton and I don't think my vice grips are big enough. No, they're not going to be big enough. Alright, I've tightened that up a bit. Let's see if that will hold it now. Let's see. Certainly can do that. Alright, we're only at 5 volts. Oh, and it's going the wrong direction. I thought I worked this out, so no, all that checking, and it was still wrong. Looks like we got the torque though for something to happen. No, and the grub screw has given up the ghost on it. Try cranking it in a bit more. Okay, take 2. Also, it is pulling a lot on that motor, so maybe I will just back that off a bit. I've got to look at putting a wedge in on the bottom. I've got a feeling that getting a wedge in there on the bottom to straighten this up, because it's got that whole lot on a bit of an angle. It's pulling that pulley pretty hard too. See if I can just tap something like a nail in here just to improve that angle down there. Okay, it's a bit better down there now. Yeah, okay, that's improved the angle. Alright, let's see what happens now. No. Come here and have a look at this. It's not sure if you can see that in there. I'll have a look at my... See that? It's spinning in there, so not working just right now. I might have to get one of these with the 8mm, with the 6mm. Try one last thing. Take this and rotate it out. Take it out. Back in a sec, got to do something. Just so I don't have this problem again, paint markers red and black, so I'll put a black on there. I like these paint markers, they're good for touching up scratches on black mag wheels. This red is a bit weird, it's sort of like the writing, it's pink and red, but it'll help me differentiate the two, so that should, if you can see that on there. Alright, now this has worked off the end. You can see it's starting to work off. So I'm going to loosen these grub screws, pull it off, then what I'm going to do is take these grub screws out, because I can also see that the shim didn't actually, I'm not sure if you can, in there the shim didn't actually maybe if I turn this on we might have a bit better light here. No, not that one. This one. Alright. Now, can you see the shim at the step there? It's gone helical, it hasn't gone all the way in, so that's interesting though. That light has got a bit of a flicker to it as well, so I'll turn that back off again. I don't think I want to keep that running. There. Now I'm going to get that drill bit back in there, the 8mm, and see if I can level this out again. Yeah. No, that hasn't worked. So maybe. Okay, that's better. That is a bit better. Go in there with a 5.5 to tidy it up. Okay, so that'll be better at keeping that all there. What I'm going to do now is go in with a 3mm drill bit in where the grub screws go. So the grub screws aren't compressing that aluminium, so they're actually going straight onto that shaft, which probably also doesn't go far enough down, so that might be the problem. I might have to grind, I might actually grind that off too. I might actually get the angle grinder out and grind that off. See how that goes. That's one grub screw slot. I think that'll do. I think I'm going to try, before I grind that off, because that all gets messy, I'm going to look if I can just see if I can just get it back up at a little bit of a higher position in here. I think that'll be the way to go. Yeah, that's a problem. I've rotated it now. And I need to make sure the grub screw doesn't quite go all the way down. So let's put this into here. To there, and now try it to that spot there. I've got it on the hole. Oh, that's funny. grub screw here's come undone, and that's spinning on the shaft. The only thing is, I think it's 2mm. And I think I've got other family matters happening, so I'm going to stop the video there now and I'll get back to you. Okay, back in. Sorry about that interruption. Think I've got this working now. I'm not actually sure if the tooth belt is actually capable of torque. Got some issues here. I might need to go with a bigger wheel on here. I've ordered a bigger one. But right now, let's power it up and see. No. See, this is the problem with it. No. And it's stripped again. Yeah. So the little geared motor has got more than enough torque for that. But there's issues with the there's issues with where that flat is on here for this little rubber screw to work. Okay, so that's tightened up again a bit. So still too much friction. So you can see how I expect it to work. There we go. Whoop. Something gets stuck over there. And then it just starts chewing out the belt. See? That's how it should be going. So there you go. Now it's destroying the belt. So anyway, I think that's enough for today. I've got to reevaluate this system here. The little one doesn't actually hold enough teeth. It's only pulling on 2 or 3 teeth on that belt. I probably need one the size over here, and then a really big one, maybe like 100 or something on this side. So not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that, whether I'm going to 3D print a big cog or something. I'll have to reevaluate that and work out what I'm going to do with it. And a bit more wax on this, I think. So cool. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a good night.